This is the breaking news, a broadcast. We have disturbing news that is coming in from Manipur and is now confirmed news. There has been fresh violence in Manipur that has targeted an Indian Army Jawan. It is heartbreaking to be reporting this at a time when we have already lost our soldiers in the line of duty in Kashmir. But in Manipur on the ground, the army has been dragged in and targeted and vilified in the last few weeks. And now we are seeing an army Jawan pay with his life. The details that are just coming in are as following. We're talking, of course, about an army Jawan who has been identified as Serto Thangthang Kom. He was 43 years old. He used to be with the Assam regiment, but he was on leave. He was on leave. He had taken voluntary retirement. Can we show the picture, please, so that we can see who we're talking about? Serto Thangthang Kom had been re-enrolled with the Defense Service Corps, and in fact, ironically, he was to join his new role on Monday, that's tomorrow. But before that could happen, we don't know who, but men came, they took him away, they abducted him, and according to his family, he has been murdered by a single bullet to his head. A single bullet to the head of an army Jawan who was playing with his son, talking with his son on the porch of their home in Imphal West. The 10-year-old boy was the only witness. The only witness. He stood there helplessly. Think of that little child, that 10-year-old child who watched his father being taken away. Now, we have some more details for you. The army is calling this a dastardly and cowardly act. They are saying that the men who did this are unidentified individuals. This is an Indian Army soldier that we're talking about, Sepoy Serto Thangthang Kom. The slain soldier was on leave. He was abducted from his home in Tarung, Neikanlong, in the Happy Valley of Imphal West. He was deployed at the Leimakhong Military Station in Manipur. He had served with the Assam regiment and he was re-engaged with the Defense Services Corps. So this is a proud patriot of India who has taken a bullet to his head. He was abducted from his home at about 10 in the morning on 16th September. We're talking, of course, about this having happened yesterday over the weekend. As per the statement of his 10-year-old son, who was the only eyewitness to the crime, three miscreants entered the home while the father and the son were working on the porch, and they placed a pistol on the father's head. They then forced him into a white-colored vehicle and they drove away with him. Till this morning, he was considered missing. There was no news, but at 9:30, tragically on Sunday morning, Sepoy Sepoy Serto Thangthang Kom's body was recovered. It was recovered from the Khuningthek village in the east of Mojo that falls under the Sogal Mang police station in Imphal East. So remember, he was abducted from Imphal West, but his body was recovered in Imphal East. The army says his identity has been confirmed by his brother and brother-in-law, and they say that when they found the body, they say that the body has been, the soldier, their relative, their loved one, has been murdered by a single bullet to the head. The post-mortem is awaited. The army, in a brief statement, has said that the brave soldier who breathed his last at the hands of miscreants is survived by his wife, a daughter, and a son. The last rites shall be conducted as per the wishes of the army. The army has rushed a team to assist the bereaved family in all manners possible. The army strongly condemns the killing of Sepoy Serto Thangthang Kom and stands by his family in these difficult times. Now, this is a terrible development that is coming in from Manipur. And to talk a little bit about the implications of this, Major Muhammad Ali Shah is with us. Thank you, sir. It's a very tragic context in which we're talking. And in the last few weeks, we've been talking about the relentless vilification, in particular, of the Assam Rifles. The army has also issued two public statements. We have seen protesters blocking the roads where army convoys have been moving, not allowing soldiers to pass by, asking soldiers to declare their identity, literally being vilified, legislators asking for the Assam Rifles to be replaced. And now we see an army Jawan abducted from his home, killed, body recovered this morning. His 10-year-old child is the only eyewitness to this horror. Major Ali, obviously a terrible time as a soldier. Your thoughts, sir?
Barkha, I firstly appreciate you actually digging out into the details because with you and your team, we had been finding out details for quite some time, and only when you got authentic information from authentic, reliable source, you decided to come on air, not being trigger happy like many. I would not like to name many journalists
Yes.
otherwise. I firstly appreciate that. Secondly, what my observation and my experience from northeast part of India is. Kom is actually a Naga tribe. The Kom tribe is they have taken up the Naga nomenclature, and this area where he was residing is a Naga belt in West Imphal. That's what my understanding is, and I could be wrong as well. But that is what my understanding is. So now, when I see a person who is an ex-serviceman from the army, from the 8th Regiment, the 8th Assam Rifles, 8th Assam Battalion, if I'm not.
Regiment. Yes. Yes.
Yes, and who joined the DSC after taking retirement from the army. When he is not spared, who is neither a Maite nor a Kuki, as I told you. As per my understanding, Coms have taken up the Naga nomenclature. So it is indeed very, very distressing for me, and especially when a soldier is out on leave. My thoughts and my experience in the Manipur, in fact, as an army brat, when my father was commanding a brigade over there, and later on as a young captain, is that the insurgents, I would not call them terrorists, I would say insurgents. I had the honor for them, I had the respect for them because they had their principles while they fight. They had their war nomenclature very, very clearly defined that no women and children to be attacked, no Jawan who goes on leave is to be abducted or attacked. The ambulance and school buses are not to be touched at all. That is why the liberty of the ambulances, the school bus without protection party was allowed. A Jawan on leave would not be touched. These were certain ground rules which were laid, which were unwritten laws. And now I'm really very, very distressed because last year we saw the assassination of Colonel Biplab Tripathi, commandant of the Assam Rifles, with his family, who was killed by the PLA, the People Liberation Army. It's an underground faction over there. Now we are seeing the abduction of a Jawan who is neither of the warring faction, warring communities, who is there. So it is indeed very disturbing and distressing. And when we see a lot of reporting, I would not like to name, but see, I have seen fake reporting happening over there. Narratives are being built, which should not be. Rather, the narrative should be for peace, for coming together, for getting. So I don't think fake news, which has been happening, information warfare has been happening in Manipur from both the sides. It should not
Yeah.
happen because
But can you talk a little bit about this uh, area? Can you talk a little bit now? Now I have the
sure.
details in front of me. He is abducted from Imphal West. His body is recovered from Imphal East. His home is in Tarung, in the Happy Valley of Imphal West, and the body, one bullet to the head, witnessed this abduction, witnessed by his 10-year-old child. Let's say nothing, let's not forget the human dimension to the child who has witnessed this, and the body is then found from east of Mongjam under the Sogalmang police station in Imphal East. Can you talk about these areas?
Sure, Barkha is the entire national highway number two, which runs right from Nagaland into Dimapur into Manipur. Like saying, starting right from Dimapur to Metrifema, Ghaspani to Kohima, Zakama, further on to then it comes to Mao Gate. Mao Gate is at the border of Manipur and Nagaland, and it opened up into a place called Jwalamukhi. And if you go further on from Jwalamukhi, there's a place called Maram. So till there, it is a Naga belt. So you have a Naga who's a Mao. So Maos and Tangkuls are very prominent. They are Nagas in Manipur. Then there are Maram Nagas as well. And then you go further on, you go to Kangpokpi and then to Senapati. And then you go further on to Mantri Pokri, Leimakhong. Leimakhong is where everyone knows that there's no secret that I will divulge, that nothing secret that we are going to be talking. Everyone knows that the division is based over there. And so this person, obviously, the DSC is, or as I mentioned earlier, of the ex-servicemen who do guard duties for the army. Basically, it's like it's a reserve force. So this person, this gentleman, is what I presume He was again an ex-serviceman from the army, from the
Let's
age
let's
he has
let's
been.
get a little bit clarity, Beja Ali. I'm told that somebody from the Com community is able to join us now. One of the community leaders, Avor Com, is on the phone line with us. Mr. Avor Com, thank you for talking to us. We would have had you on video, but of course, there's no internet access where you are. So we appreciate in these very tragic circumstances, sir, you're talking to us. Can you tell us a little bit? You must have heard by now the army Jawan who's been abducted and killed. What can you tell us, sir?
Manipuri belonging tribe. We are so small minority tribes, and during this war we faced so much a lot of trouble. And presently, it is regarding I would call upon the Meiteis, the Bukis, and I call upon the Setter to be make a complete peace upon us, so that we can make a future peace in Manipur, a better situation, better suitable, better economic, better solution.
Sir, can you talk a little bit about your community? You said that this Sepoy who has been killed is from your community. You said we're a tiny community. You're not Meiteis, you're not Cookies, but you're scared
Yes,
today,
yes,
aren't you?
we are neither no cooking, we are neither Naga. This confirmed for us.
Yes. So why are you scared today? Are you scared? Are you worried? What are your thoughts today as you look at this brave soldier who has
Yes,
been
yes,
killed and
yes. Regarding
abducted?
for this, I can tell you, Pakati, I can tell you that as a small community, it's very hard for us to face upon the communities regarding the cookies, regarding the communities. Everything is different for that. But as a home, we sacrifice ourselves, our own, to safeguard our culture, to safeguard our identity. We preserve, we protect our culture for everything for regarding for it.
Yes. What do you want to say to the people of India right now? What do you want to say on behalf of
Yes,
your community?
from the home community, I would say let peace prevail for among us. I would call the peace, the symbol of peace, the symbol of love. From the home community, I call upon let the center here upon us, let the peace prevail in the community of Manipur. Let the center hear us that we are calling for peace, for the community of love and harmony and the prevail of love.
Sir, what is the feeling in the community on the Sepoy Thangthang Kom who has been killed? What would you like to say about that?
Yes, I could heard that some Anam fellows yesterday they captured it, and he was killed somewhere in the hillocks of the Manipur. I'm not sure where he was killed, but he was absolutely so sorry for him, for the family, for the British family. I believe my love message, I believe my sorry message for the family, but let this not prevail the condolences. Let these
Yes.
condolences be the prevail of love. I hear upon the center, I call upon the center. Let love prevail everything for the community of Manipur.
Sir, you said you are neither Naga nor Kuki nor Meiti. For a small community like yours, what is the biggest fear today?
The thing we feel about it is a calm, we are as a calm, we protect our own culture, we are calm. Those small minority, we are protecting our own right. As a government has given our own rights to protect our culture. We respect the government of India. We respect the government of the culture and everything for it. We are fit for it. Nothing to worry about it. We are fit and fine for everything to protect our right for our home community.
So when I listen to you, I hear the pain in your voice. I hear your tears. You are
No,
very
no, no, no,
sad.
no.
Are you sad today?
No, no, no. I'm not fair regarding that.
Mhm. Okay. What would you say is the feeling of the Com community?
Pardon?
What is the feeling in a community like yours, which you said is a tiny minority? Do you
Yes,
feel
it's,
do you feel scared? Do you fear for your security?
yes. As you say, my humble request is shelter.
Yes.
My humble request is shelter.
Yes, sir.
Government ji, Narendra Modi ji get the voices of the Kom community also. Amit Shah ji
Yes.
get the voices of Kom community also. And absolutely, I call upon peace be upon us.
Peace be
And calling
upon
upon
us.
peace prevail upon us.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Mr. Com. We'll be in touch with you as you know. We hope nothing like this happens again. And as you said, you call upon the center for peace to prevail. Thank you very much. We
Yes.
let you go now, Major Ali. You're back with us. You heard our Com of the Com community saying we are not Nagas, we are not Kukis, we are not Maitis. We are a tiny community. We are our own people. We have our own culture. We have our own identity. I call upon the center somehow let love prevail, let peace prevail. Your thoughts, sir?
Absolutely, Barkha. It is. They say a stitch in time saves nine. Unfortunately, the Manipur violence has gone a bit too far, and there was always a fear right from the very beginning. In fact, let me tell you, the first interview of any person from Manipur to go on air was of an interview of Major Thang Kom, a coursemate of mine. In fact, I had the honor of interviewing him. That interview was, in fact, it happened immediately after the violence. I had interviewed Khongsai, and Khongsai said one thing, and he said one thing, and which I totally agree. They were the fear of this violence. If it was not curbed at that point of time, I took this interview over 4 months back. There's a fear of it spilling over, and it can go on to other states as well. I hope that doesn't happen, and that's exactly what I see happening now. This person, this Sepoy Com, is not from either warring factions, either warring
Yeah,
community. Sorry. So there's something my heart really bleeds. I heart bleed for humanity, because as a soldier, when a soldier does his duty, we've seen abduction of soldiers in JNK. Unfortunately, it was very very sad. Who had been on leave. We saw Lieutenant
yeah,
Omar, we saw Aurangzeb, we saw a whole lot of people over there in Jammu Kashmir. But now it's spilled over to
yeah,
Manipur. And similar thing, I had not experienced a soldier going on leave earlier. And even though he
yeah.
could, it was never personal,
I,
Barkha, it was never personal.
yeah,
I
yeah,
have had the honor of being in conversation with Colonel Sharma. Colonel Sharma got a Kirti Chakra, got a Shaurya Chakra, got a Sena medal in Manipur itself, and he was serving with 4 Assam rifles. And
yeah. I want to just come back to this story, Beja Ali, before we close for the moment and try and get some more details and then reconnect with you after that. The fact is, some things we know. This Sepoy was not a member of the Meiteis or the Kukis. He's not even a member of the Nagas, as his own community fellow clan man said right now. They're a very tiny community. In fact, Mary Kom, one of the country's best known sports women, is from the same community, the Kom community, Mary Kom. And the Sepoy who has been killed is also from the same community, and they're none of the warring communities. Now, I want to end with the thought that there's a 10-year-old child who's the only witness to this. And the fact that the army has been vilified in the last few weeks. Your quick last word on this as we offer our condolences to the family of Sepoy Serto Thangthang Kom.
Barkha, it is, as I mentioned earlier, I've told you about the experience when 5 soldiers were caught by the insurgents in the northeast part of India, but they were all spared. They were all nothing went wrong. They came out from that underground camp without a scratch, and I happened to be one of the 5 soldiers. In fact, I know the entire story. So
Yeah.
now I had never seen women, children being attacked in either Manipur or the northeast part of India. I mean, when you kill, brutally abduct someone's father, imagine the psyche of a small little boy. The toughest job, Barkha, that I did in the army was not facing bullets or a perceived enemy. The toughest job I did in the army was that I had to call someone's home and inform a little child. I didn't inform children, but of course the wives or the parents,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
your loved one, your son, your father, or your brother is no more in the world. Imagine what
Yeah.
must have been going
It is
through.
it it is, as I said, a very very tragic day, because on the one hand you have what's happening in Kashmir with our soldiers. We've lost lives there. And today, as the Manipur strife enters month 5, we are now in the 5th month of this strife. We have an Indian Army Jawan who served with the Assam Regiment, was re-engaged with the Defense Services Corps, uh, ta- taken from his home. And one of the points that Major Ali you made is that there is a rules of engagement, right? And the rules of engagement used to be that yes, a soldier in an encounter site, it's still not correct, but he's coming with his gun to get you if you're a terrorist and you are fighting him. But a soldier on leave going home, he's not in the context of battle at all. And in any case, what's happening in Manipur today is not an insurgency. The adversary is not external. This is an internal community clash. So why target somebody who's not from either community? 1 minute, Major Ali. We've got someone very senior with us. We've got Lieutenant General Himalaya with us, sir. Good evening, and thank you for making time, sir. Just your thoughts today when this terrible incident has occurred.
Barkha, I didn't hear your question, please.
Sir, you must have heard that an army Jawan has been abducted and killed. Terrible time. I just wanted your thoughts, sir.
Firstly, I heard the rumor, but I got to know the army statement through your representative. It's
Yes, sir.
really shocking, and I can't believe that this is happening in my state. And any army guy, ex-serviceman hurt or brutalized by any armed group, I condemn it in the strongest terms. And I wish to convey to all my people in the state of Manipur that this cannot go on further.
Yes, sir. I think that is the important thing. This cannot go on further. So how do we stop it?
There are, I'm sure that the state government and the central government are at it. However, I will call upon as I have said earlier, I'll call upon people who are in Delhi to actually get into it a little more further, so that we have a peaceful and a stable state, because it has been going on for last 3 months, and I wish that we all could contribute towards making peace. And I don't think that is going to cool down easily, as long as all the stakeholders come together. The only mantra is to talk, sit on the table, and without preconditions. And for that, I'll request people in Delhi to facilitate.
Yes, sir. Sir, as a Lieutenant General, the first officer of your rank from the Northeast, today you see a Jawan targeted while he was on leave, neither Kuki nor Meiti. And the army has been targeted and vilified in the last few weeks. Your thoughts as a general, sir, about what's been happening?
See, yes, you are right. Kom is Koms are neither Meitei or Kuki. Koms are Koms, and we have our good friend Mary Kom who said this. So I do not know under what circumstances or how this has happened, but I'm yet to know the details. This
Yes,
is
sir.
not something which should not be taken lightly.
Yes, sir. So we thank you for your time. I think an officer of your rank, your words will be paid great attention to, and we'll hope to reconnect with you when both you and us have more details. We're confirming this tragic news. General Konsum Himalaya saying on the phone line with us, thank you very much for your time this Sunday evening. Major Ali, we will say goodbye to you as well. But I think the point that the general was underlining is this cannot go on. This absolutely cannot go on. An army Jawan, neither of from the Kuki nor the Maiti community, targeted today as his 10-year-old boy was the only witness to that abduction. The body found, his family says, with a single bullet to the head. And this really absolutely cannot go on. We will say thank you to you, and we'll keep following relentlessly as we have here at the Mojo Story, the situation in Manipur. Thank you for watching. Take care.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.